Alrighty, Scrafters, tonight I'm casting a game that is actually not part of the current tournament. This is our last year's champion, Xeminus, the mighty Xeminus, who won the overall tournament last year, playing on ladder against some random punter called iFly. And we notice here straight away, iFly is out on the map with this worker, which is very, very early to be sending a worker out. Xeminus looking pretty normal at home. iFly's got the pylon at home as well, but that is either a very early scout or iFly is up to no good. Xeminus sending the worker out as well. You know, after you've built the pylon, it's not uncommon to send a worker out to go and do a bit of scouting. So we'll shortly see Gateway coming down for Xeminus, everything looking normal there. But look, this is a forge coming down for iFly. Anybody that goes forge first, and look, there's the worker hiding in the corner. Anyone going forge first is generally a good sign that they're doing a cannon rush. And these, yeah. So I don't know why you'd bother to drop two pylons here. I'm not sure what that's about. So Xeminus at present doesn't know about this, but he did see the worker on its way in. Xeminus gone for a pylon across the map as well. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. There's no forge for Xeminus, so it isn't going to be a cannon rush, but given the position, he might proxy a Stargate, he might proxy a Robo. There's a few things you can do from there. So if he goes up into the min, he will see the forge, and that will be an instant clue. He knows all about this now, though. He sees these cannons building. He sees this pylon, is it building here? Yeah, it's all good. So Xeminus going ahead and dropping another gateway. Doesn't seem too concerned about the photon cannons that are coming at him here. And none of these are in range. This one will be a problem if it finishes up. So he is pulling workers to deal with this. In general, 4 workers will definitely shut a cannon down before it can finish. The problem is, once you've got cannons building in these locations, you can't attack these with your workers because this cannon will hit the workers as they try and kill these. So Xeminus just warping out, bringing out zealots at present, but look, he has got this pylon in his opponent's base. His opponent does not know about this, and his attention is probably taken up with what is happening over on this side of the map. This cannon is going to be a serious problem, as is this one. Both of these will be in range of these workers, and indeed of the Nexus itself. So, Fizz, you're just... Yeah, that's Fizz, who I play a bit of Scraft with. It is Thursday night after all, and I do play Scraft on a Thursday night. So Gateway building in iFly's base for Xeminus, and look, a Nexus just outside there. So he is just going to allow this to be stacked. Now iFly has spent a lot on cannons, and if we look in iFly's base, he's got nothing. He's got like only the forge. He doesn't have a gateway, so he can't build any units. He hasn't even been building workers. Does he know about this? He still does not know that this stuff is here. He is only now going to find out that in fact Xeminus has expoed in his base. So I think it's all over for iFly, because if we look, there's a train of workers heading across the map. If he can get out some zealots as well, that would be particularly handy. Does have this one zealot here. I suppose once this gateway is damaged, he's got a path that those can escape. But it looks like he's just going to go ahead and transfer all his workers over to this side of the map and mine from here, which isn't a crazy plan at all. He's got a zealot coming out of here. iFly isn't going to be able to do anything about this, so he's building the cannon for defense, building a defensive cannon, which is fine. I think I might have preferred a stalker, just the ranged unit might have been more convenient. Now, is this zealot going to be able to shut the cannon down before the cannon can kill the zealot? I think the answer is probably yes. I mean, this cannon is going to finish up with no shields whatsoever, and zealots are pretty tough. If iFly pulled the workers, he could kill this, but it is going to be close, and the workers for Xeminus have to actually come and finish the job, but they do finish the job. Second zealot now coming in for Xeminus. I think it's all over for iFly. He's got all these cannons on the other side of the map. He doesn't have any way to build units, so yeah, he's going to mop this stuff up. But you know what happens after that? This zealot is running ham. Zealot here with 4 worker kills in the mineral line. You know, Xeminus happily mining. He's got a gateway. He's building units. I don't know. This is an unusual game for sure. Now, if I'm iFly, I mean, I'm building a Nexus here. but he's actually spent all of his minerals. I don't know what he spent it here. Look, I would cancel those and build a nexus here. What is the point in these three? There's 2 zealots up now. These zealots can actually come around this side of the nexus, out of the range of the cannons, and they can just focus down the nexus. And these cannons aren't in range. This nexus is going to go down, and iFly doesn't have enough minerals to build another one. This game's over. iFly, you can't do it. You don't have enough. You don't have enough. As long as Xeminus controls these zealots, doesn't let them. What he wants to do really is have them in this position and just hit hold. That way the zealots won't move from here, but if the workers come and attack them, they will fight back, which is what you want. So this cannon, when it finishes up, would be able to protect the nexus. But to be honest, I think if you just focused on the nexus, continue to crank out these zealots, I think you get the nexus. You'll lose a couple of zealots, but it's not really going to matter. iFly isn't going to do anything without nexus. Again, these zealots on hold at the edge of the nexus is what you want. But so far so good for Xeminus. I'd quite like to see him mining some gas. I'd like to see him try and get some tech up, because once you've got an immortal, these cannons become meaningless. Immortals are just so badass against cannons, it's unbelievable. But he is going to, Xeminus is going to have to build something else. Now notice he's got a bit of start in the bottom left that I think he's literally just started. Meanwhile, iFly's doing nothing up here. iFly, you had an opportunity there to win and you fluffed it. I think just continue to focus down this nexus. Pulling back the damage zealot is a good plan. Allow it to recover shields. Pull back this one as well. Look, there's only a handful of hit points left on this nexus, so I think he just goes for it. iFly's got nothing. He's got 85 minerals. He can't afford to build another cannon. Xeminus, on the other hand, has plenty of minerals, so he can crank out another zealot here, and once this other zealot is out, he should be able to finish this nexus off, and that will be the end of this game. That is an interesting game. It's not every day you see a game like that. You definitely don't often see somebody expand in their opponent's natural. But I like it. I like it a lot. I just stay at it. Yeah, you'll lose the zealots, but it's just not going to matter. Look how close to death this nexus is. Every time you walk away from it, it is building up. Its shields start to recharge. You can see in the blue here down in the bottom right, the shields coming back up, and once they start to recharge, they build up pretty quickly. He's recalling the worker from the other side of the map. That is just dumb. What are you going to do now? Yeah, you recalled the worker, but what are you going to do? Why are you still in this game? To be honest, iFly, it's all over. You've got 45 minerals. You don't have enough to build anything. Get out. GG. Xeminus, last year's champion, showing us how it's done. Decent.